Hello and welcome back to another video where today we are going to be going over caves and cliffs, both 1.18 and 1.17. This is practically going to be all the features that were in both updates, or at least as many as I could find to remember, and yeah, just finding those features, rating those features, and just playing around with all the new stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split this into multiple categories, the first of which is going to be blocks. The second is going to be items. The third is going to be mobs. The fourth is going to be generation. And then last off, we're going to sit and have a fun discussion about just everything else. So the last part, kind of just going to be really chill. We're just going to sit on the screen and discuss what I didn't discuss in the rest of the video, I guess. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Alright, so I think we're going to use this world. You may be asking, why is the world flat? We're in caves and cliffs. Well, that is because I was lagging a lot when I was trying to boot up another world, which is weird because I'm not supposed to be, but then I booted up a different world and it wasn't lagging, so I'm just like, you know what, I'll just do flat worlds. The first section is blocks, which means we don't need many things. So yeah, blocks, yay! Woo, welcome to the block section. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to pull out all the blocks for 1.18, or just, you know, do different categories, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then yeah, we can review some blocks. Alright, so I think got all the blocks laid out, so now we're gonna go ahead and have a look. So as you can obviously see, there isn't that many blocks to go over. It's honestly more than other updates have, but it's still not a substantial amount of blocks. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through each category and kind of go over those categories. So the first thing, we have Deep Slate. Deep Slate is probably the biggest addition to this update block-wise, and yeah, it's just another brick, practically, another form of cobblestone. But what you have is you have normal Deep Slate here. You have the cobbled Deep Slate, then you have the polished, the brick, the cracked Deep Slate brick, the Deep Slate tiles, the actual cracked Deep Slate tiles, the chiseled Deep Slate, and then the smooth. Well, that isn't part of Deep Slate. I don't know why you're here. You should be there. But yeah, these are all the Deep Slate blocks that you can actually use for stairs and stuff, and just kind of for decoration purposes. They're just there. So yeah, those are all the Deep Slate. Then of course, as you can see back here, we have all the ores. So you have diamond, lapis, emerald, redstone, gold, iron, and lastly copper. Now copper of course has other variants, which you have this raw copper block, which is also in gold and iron. Then you have copper ore just as itself. Then you have blocks of copper in different oxidized forms, as you can see here, because that's a feature of copper. We'll go over that later. And then we have cut copper here, which is just a bunch of different cut coppers, which also actually have slabs and stair variants. As you can see, these are stairs right here. So yeah, those are the stair variants right there. If we just go in here, we can actually get that back out. Bam, stair variant. So yeah, those are pretty much all the copper blocks, besides the lightning rod, which the lightning rod is also a new block. It's just literally a lightning rod, and its orientation is kind of weird. You can kind of make chains out of it and stuff. So yeah, that was an interesting addition as well. I'm gonna put that back. Oh yeah, it can go that way as well. Pretty cool little block. Then we have, of course, polished Deep Slate. I keep calling you Deep Slate now. This is polished basalt, which is a new block, even though basalt was of course added in the previous Nether update, so not caves and cliffs. Yeah, so yeah, that's polished basalt. Then you have lava cauldrons. No, not just cauldrons, lava cauldrons. These are new. You didn't used to be able to put lava in cauldrons on Java. In Bedrock, you guys have already had that for a while, so I won't go over that too much, but yeah, there's lava in cauldrons now. Then over here we have a bunch of new blocks. First off, we have glowberries. Now glowberries make these really cool vines. You have the glowberry vine, and then you have just the normal cave vine, as they call it. So yeah, those are kind of cool. Then you got over here, you got roots, which rooted dirt is one of the things that you get when growing azalea trees. We'll get into those in a bit. Then you have hanging roots. So yeah, those are the two new roots. Then you of course have powdered snow. Now powdered snow you can only carry in a bucket, interestingly enough, but yeah, you can go through it, and it's just a weird little snow block. Then you have dripstone, and then you have the pointed dripstone, which can go in a stalagmite and a stalactite. I might have done those backwards, but yeah, they go in both ways. Then you have tuff and calcite, which form around geodes, which we'll get into a bit later. Then you have the spore blossom, the big drip leaf, the both types of azalea leaves, the flowering and the knot, the moss, the small drip leaf, the flowering azalea, the grass, the moss carpet. You're kind of getting the picture here. Then you also have amethyst blocks, and then you have these 4 different levels of amethyst. They're all different. That, of course, being the biggest. That, of course, being the smallest. That grow on a amethyst bud or budding amethyst. And then you have tinted glass. As you can see here, it kind of just cuts out light, as you can see in the middle. See, if I break this and you have light. If I put that back, you don't have light. They don't actually connect like this. This is just Optifine. Optifine, changing the textures, yeah. And then you have all different colors of candles, which you can put in 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is all the blocks. That's a lot of blocks to get through, and sorry if I spoke kind of fast, but we got to get through all the blocks, and we don't have that much time. Each block, of course, has individual features. You have the waxed versions of these, which you can take honeycomb and kind of wax them all with that, yeah, and they won't change their colors. Or if you get struck by lightning, they go back down an oxidation stage, or just kind of things like that. So copper is probably the most versatile block in here. Has a lot of different features. The rest is pretty much all for use. Of course, spore blossoms make particles, as you can see here. Glowberries actually do produce light. Let me just show you that. So yeah, they do actually produce light, as you can see. There is light here. Also, the lava cauldron produces light, so that's a thing. And then you have, of course, all this stuff. This is really not that many features. Big drip leaf, you can go on it and it falls down, as you probably know. And then over here, we got flint and steel that you can light the candles. Now, an interesting thing about the candles is they change color when you light them. I don't know if you saw that. If I break this and there we put them down, see, they're that color, and then now they're like a lighter shade, which is interesting. But yeah, they give individual light levels. Of course, each light level having, I believe, 3. So you can have 3, 6, 9, and then 12 light levels, which are really cool to have a new lighting source. And of course, tinted glass does that. So what would I rate this with all the blocks and all the features? Honestly, considering dripstone is like really cool, and as you can see, it's kind of dripping there. I don't know why it's dripping water, but it is. You have like that infinite water thing that I showed in my shorts, and yay, it's kind of all these blocks are kind of cool. They each have their own individual use, and I like it. I mean, by themselves in like 1.17, which I played very minimally around in, they don't do that much, and they aren't really that much fun, but placed within all the world features and all the generation, I think they're much cooler. So the blocks themselves, I would have to rate out of 10, probably a 7, just because they do have a lot of features. They are really cool, but they could have been a bit better. Maybe an 8. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh, but yeah, 7 or an 8 here for the block features, because yeah, those aren't that big, to be honest. And next we got items, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull out all the items and show you what they are. Alright, so items aren't that excessive. There isn't that many items in this update. This is literally it. And I forgot to mention, for the blocks, there are these glow item frames that also are of use. So you can also use these. So I'm going to go throw this on the pile over here. But yeah, you also have glow. We also have glow item frames. My rating still doesn't change. It's about a 7 or an 8 for blocks. Anyway, let's get into the item part. Yay, woo, items. So for items, this is pretty much it. We got an amethyst shard, which you actually get from breaking these right here. This is how you get this amethyst shard. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Then you got a bucket of axolotl, which you literally take just like fish. You get a bucket of water and you pick it up. It's a bucket of axolotl. Then you got raw copper. Now raw copper is like raw copper. I mean, you mine this ore right here or that ore right there, and you get raw copper. Then we have copper ingots, pretty self-explanatory. When you smelt copper, you get them. Glowberries. Now, glowberries you get from actually right-clicking these, as you can see there. And you get glowberries. Now, glowberries can actually be planted on a block, almost any block, I think. But yeah, you can plant them like that, and they create vines. So those are kind of cool. Of course, you get powdered snow bucket, which just makes powdered snow like that. And then we have glow ink sacs, which you use for these item frames, and also to dye sign text for it to glow, which probably my favorite feature of glow ink sacs. Then we got raw gold, raw iron. It just changes to iron. You get raw materials from them now instead of other materials. You got the spyglass, probably my favorite item here, because spyglasses are cool. And you may think, why would you need a spyglass if you have Optifine? Well, the thing is, they're still cool. You can't deny it. Spyglasses are still cool, even though you got Optifine. And if you actually do have Optifine, you can even Optifine zoom and double zoom, which is just really cool. I really like Spyglasses. And then last but not least, we have a new music disc, which is called Other Side by Lena Renee. I think I said that right. But yeah, that's all the items. Now, if I had to rate the items for this update, the blocks are obviously better. So I would probably say a 5 or a 6 for the items out of 10. Not very high, but yeah, just a couple of items that we can add. So next, we're going to go on to mobs. Alright, so we only have a couple of mobs this time around to go over. We have axolotls, of course, probably the most common mob in all of this. Not common, but the most used. Hi there. So yeah, we got axolotls. I don't know why they're all jumping into this pool, but they are. So we got axolotls and glow squids. Now, axolotls can come in 5 different colors, actually. They can come in that pink, they can come in that yellow, they can come in this cyan right here, they can come in this brown, and they can also come in blue. So the blue one's obviously the rarest because there isn't one here. But yeah, they can come in 5 different colors, 4 of which are very common. You can see the 4 that are very common right here. And then we also have glow squids, which probably the most hated on mob right now is glow squids. And they actually drop this glow ink sac right there. So yeah, glow squids, pretty weird. That one's killing itself. Okay then. Next we have the goat, which the goat actually comes in 2 varieties. You have the normal goat, and then you have the screaming goat. And they actually headbutt you. If I go into survival here and I just quickly come over here, move around, this guy should eventually headbutt me. No? Maybe? Hey, headbutt me. No? Okay, it won't headbutt me. But yeah, you have the screaming goat and you have the normal goat. The screaming goat is going to like scream at you and then knock you easier, and then you have the normal goat, which is just literally a goat. They don't have really that any use. They're just a goat. I don't understand. I don't know what the goat's really used for, to be completely honest here. And all the glow squids have died because the axolotls have gotten in the pen. So as you see, axolotls also attack glow squids. So yeah, they're the most liked mob. Sorry, buddy, you're going down. I don't really know how they got in this pen, but they did. Yeah. That's axolotls, glow squids, and goats. Those are really the only mobs in this update. So next we're going to have to jump into a different world and work on terrain generation, which is my favorite part. So we're going to go ahead and do that. It's going to be a bit laggy, just a warning, but yeah, we're going to go jump into that world. Alright, welcome to Lag Central. So as you can see, there is nothing different about this, right? Yep, everything is normal, except maybe a little bit more mountains. No, wrong. There is a lot of terrain generation. So the first things first is we have different caves. We have like these small little like loop caves right here, like very small, kind of just, I don't know what the technical term for the caves are, but yeah, we have different variety of caves. We have those caves. We have caves like this, which are a lot narrower, kind of more ravine-ish type caves. Then we got caves like this, which kind of just go down in a weird sliver. There's a bunch of other caves too. There's like caves that are noodle caves. Here you can go underground and look. But yeah, there's like these, which are noodle caves right here. That's their technical term. There is like really big caves, as you can see down here. My lag is starting to go crazy. Oh, that's probably why. We're gonna turn off mob spawning for a second. Okay, we'll do mob spawning. False. And then we're just gonna, kill out of you. Oh my gosh. Okay, that helps so much with lag. Yeah, there's a bunch of big caves down here. I think it's the dripstone. The dripstone I think might be causing me to lag because they're counted as entities as well. But yeah, there's like these huge caves, as you can see. Really big terrain update. And then you also have, if it would stop lagging, like look at these huge caves. Insane. We're gonna go back above ground so it'll stop lagging. And then, probably my favorite part is the mountains. And I know, caves are kind of cliche. They're big, but the mountains are great. Like as you can see, this is just a mountain right here. This is actually the new meadows biome, which is like mountainous stuff. As you can see over on the right-hand side there, under local difficulty, under SH, kind of second paragraph-ish. Yeah, that says biome. It's meadow. So yeah, that's the biome that we're in, is meadow. There's also a couple new biomes. I'm going to try to locate them and go to them. I don't know why this world is going so bad. We're gonna go. What should we do first? Let's go ahead and go to the frozen peaks, because why not? All right, so we're gonna head off to over here to the frozen peaks, which is going to lag. So hello, would you like to start up now? So these are the frozen peaks. They are practically frozen peaks. This is probably isn't the best view to show them. If I can go down here, yeah, okay, that's probably a little bit better view. But yeah, those are frozen peaks. That's actually another biome right there that we're gonna go over in a second. But yeah, they're kind of like icy peaks with a bunch of snow. And I believe in this one there is powdered snow. Is there powdered snow? I'm not seeing any. Might not be in this one. I do know there's powdered snow in one of these mountain biomes, though. And then you have the growth peaks over here. I don't know the technical term. What is it? Tell me technical term. The technical term is grove, I think. Because it says grove, and then as you can see over here, this is frozen peaks. But yeah, there's one of the cooler caves. That is actually a really sick cave. I like it. I like it. So yeah, that's one of the biomes, frozen peaks, and then the second biome was is a grove. So then if we go locate biome again, we can go to like, I don't know, what should we go to next? Let's go to a jagged peaks. Ooh, yeah, okay, these are definitely jagged peaks. So I actually think this is the one that has the powdered snow. Let the game stabilize for a second. All right, are we good? Nope, not good. All right, my computer does not like this, but as you can see, there are jagged peaks. I'm gonna put some pictures on the screen because I am having a big frame problem right now. I'm actually gonna go in here, options, video settings. We're gonna just turn this down a bit. Oh, that helps so much. All right, so, oh, okay, there's still a lag spike. But yeah, these are the jagged peaks. I'm sorry for the slideshow before. That was really bad. So yeah, don't have your render distance up high with this. That's what I've learned. But yeah, these are jagged peaks. They kind of have just like this huge stone peak. And yeah, you can see the grove again right here. Kind of common biome. But yeah, you have the jagged peaks, which I think if we look closely, we might be able to find a powdered snow in here. Can we find powdered snow in here? I thought there was powdered snow. No? Yes? Maybe? Or maybe this is the wrong biome. I don't know. Either way, there might be powdered snow there. We're actually going to go back to frozen peaks because I'm sorry for the slideshow. So we're gonna go back here. Yep. Oh, that loads so much faster. So yeah, these are frozen peaks. As you can see, they are frozen peaks. Yep. Let's go to a different biome and look at that. So locate biome. We're going to go ahead and go to, so as you can see, you have like old growth, which is practically the old growth, so without mountains, I believe. And then down here you have snowy beaches, which are new. So we're gonna head up a snowy beach right now. Yeah, these are the snowy beaches. As you can see, they're really huge, like really huge. And then you got like this huge mountain here. That's really cool. And then you got like this. Whoa. Okay, that's a really cool cave. Look at that cave. But yeah, we have snowy peaks. That didn't used to be like that, I don't think. That is a lot more pointier. But yeah, these are snowy beaches. Pretty self-explanatory. We also have like larger normal beaches, as you can see. Look at that huge beach right there. And yeah, it's just all around world generation update. I think there is one more thing. Maybe two. Yeah, we have two. So we have Stony Peaks, and then we also have the Stony Shore. There it is. Okay, so we're going to go on Stony Shore, and then we'll hit up the Stony Peaks. But yeah, the Stony Shore is interesting. I've seen this before. It's kind of weird. So yeah, this is the Stony Shore. It's just literally a shore that's like stony, and it has like huge cliff faces and stuff. So it's just a shore that is stony. I don't really know. There's not really much more to talk about that. As you can see, we got like a huge plains mountain right there. We're going to go Stony Peaks. Yeah. The Stony Peaks is honestly my favorite, as it's actually like a real mountain. This one doesn't look like it's really a peak, though. It just looks like it's a shore, which is strange. But yeah, these are like the Stony Peaks. They're practically just stony peaks, kind of in the name. But yeah, there's like huge caves and stuff in these. Like, look at that. It goes all the way down. Yeah, this is probably a better angle. Those are the Stony Peaks. They're like what real mountains are practically. Unless you want to go to the snowy mountains, then yeah, snowy mountains exist too. But yeah, we're going to hop down here and look at the first cave biome, which I saw. which is the dripstone caves. And the dripstone caves are just kind of like dripstone caves. They have a bunch of dripstone things and all that stuff. And then if we go ahead and locate another biome, we're going to go this time to the lush caves, which is another biome. Okay, biome, of course. This is like kind of like what the lush caves is. It's just a bunch of lush stuff. Probably not the greatest view. This is probably a better view, but as you can see, it kind of converges on a dripstone cave, which is interesting. And of course, you got the basic caves that have nothing in them. But yeah, so the lush caves have like clay and stuff. They also can spawn axolotls, I believe. Only place that can. This is a better view. They also have moss on them. There's like azalea trees everywhere. They're just kind of like a fun place to hang out. They're very lit up. Yeah, very lit. Fun joke. And then lastly, the last world generation thing is amethyst geodes. As you can see, this one right here. I don't know why the things haven't all grown yet, but yeah, amethyst geodes. Those are also a thing. I don't know why it's turned back into a slideshow, but yeah, these are amethyst geodes. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the main screen, and we can rate it there because I don't know why this turned into a slideshow again. Yeah, let's go back there. All right, so back on the main screen here. I would rate the biome generation, as you can see here. It's can be really cool. I would rate it 9 out of 10. That is a bit overkill. Yeah, right. No, it's I don't know. I would say it's pretty solid 9, just for the fact that the caves are amazing, the cliffs are amazing. I know the amount of coding that goes into that because I took like basic coding classes. So yeah, it's a really big update, really insane. There's only a couple features to this update that weren't shown, and that is ore generation. Ore generation, which also could be considered world generation, but it's kind of more miscellaneous to me because it's not as big, is really changed. There's a lot more iron everywhere. There's a lot more gold, diamonds everywhere, which that's really cool. It's a really cool feature. And then there's also, you can put candles on top of cakes, as I showed in my shorts. You can make infinite lava and water. What other things can you do with cauldrons? So if you want to see that, also look at my shorts. So I think that's all the miscellaneous features there are. There aren't that many to know about. I'm looking at like a wiki on the side here. Yeah, there really isn't that much other than that for features. It's practically just cake candles, some small tweaks here and there. Glow squids and axolotls can glow squids can spawn in any cave that has water in it, really, as long as it's below a certain level, and then axolotls can only spawn in lush caves. So you want to find those, you have to find those there, and then of course goats can only spawn in like large mountains and stuff. But other than that, there's really not that much miscellaneous stuff. So for miscellaneous stuff, it's kind of a small changes, but I really do like the changes as a whole. So I would actually rate miscellaneous an 8 out of 10. Very common. Probably the worst thing in this update, the weakest part of it, would have been the item additions, because blocks are great, the mobs were okay, the generation is amazing, and then the miscellaneous stuff kind of just adds that little like cherry on top because you can't really hope for a lot. So my overall rating of this update would probably be a pretty solid 8 out of 10, maybe even like 7.5, but yeah, pretty close to 8, if not 8 itself, because this update is amazing. It's great. It's huge. I wouldn't say it's like over the top exactly what I wanted, but it's definitely a really cool update. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, and also like if you want to see more feature kind of overviews of all the updates and stuff, I guess. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.